Yes, get ready for the dictation containing 400 words at the speed of 100 words per minute. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, start. You have rightly stated that the principle of this bill has been unanimously accepted by the House and most of the relevant points have been made out and that no time of the House should be taken by repeating the same points again and again. One of the points on which I want to lay stress and which is being disputed again and again by the treasury benches is the question of cottage industries. Though you pointed out to them yesterday that there is provision in this bill to take into consideration the cottage industries also, and the Honorable the Deputy Minister realized it again, there was a point raised by Mr. Sidhwa today and the Honorable Speaker, who was in the chair at the time, said that the scope of the bill is confined only to the consideration of protection to industries as against foreign industries, that is, to give protection to the indigenous industries as against imported goods, and the question of cottage industry does not come in here. The Honorable Deputy Minister detoed this. Unless protection is given to indigenous industries, we shall not be able to develop industrially. I wholeheartedly support this proposition. I am not against it. When I speak of cottage industries, I do not for a moment think that our country should not be developed on the same lines as the other countries in the world. I want that every villager should have the same amenities that we sitting in this house have. Every villager should have these furnitures, fittings, houses, and so on. The only thing is that the existing economy should not be disturbed and sacrificed before substitute arrangement is made. Before we give protection to any bigger industries, the first thing we should consider is that the materials which are at present being produced in our villages to meet the requirements of our villages and on which the economic life of the villagers rests are properly safeguarded. We should see that we have sufficient quantity of consumer goods to meet the necessities of all people in the country, and nothing is done merely in the interest of 10% of the people at the sacrifice of existing village economy before making sure of some better substitute. I find that at the present moment our attention is confined to the amenities and requirements of a portion of the population only. Stop over.